Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a breakdown on my mod filters, how I manage my mods after I farm them, slicing them up, deciding which ones to keep, and all that bulk leveling. I've gotten a request for this several times recently, and I made a video on this way back at the beginning of my channel when I started to, in earnest, make content for Galaxy of Heroes. That was like September 2022, so pretty old. I do use the same filters, which is what I always kept pointing people to. But, you know, it's like I was a brand new YouTuber, wasn't comfortable talking. It was maybe overly presented. So I just want to go over and talk about how I use them, because I did make those on the fly. Or like I was making those right as mod filters came out. That was a 2022 thing that we got in the game, and I don't claim to be an expert in this game for mods. Like, there's plenty of players that are way better than me at mods that might have better filters, but I'll just show what I do, because it is the same thing I've been using for years. I've added maybe a couple, but mostly I use these filters and a few manual edits. So let's get into it. So in the off chance someone hasn't engaged with mod filters at all, you just click up on the left here. Once you've clicked into any character that's just bed solo, I clicked on someone's mods, go here to filter, and then you can pick a bunch of criteria, and then if you have all the criteria in place that you want to use, you can hit save filter and name it. Unfortunately, you can't move these up and down. I'm going to be going over these not in the same order they're shown here. These were the order that I came up with them when I first did it, and I didn't feel like deleting and recreating them. But yeah, that's how we're going to do it. I did just go in and farm like 100 offense mods. I did like 5 refreshes for mods just to give it something to work with. So the first thing I always want to do is I use my needs leveling and needs revealing filters, and some of these filters will mess up if you do them in the wrong order. Like if you go to the failed filter the way I have it, before you've leveled up all your mods, you're going to sell some good stuff. So needs leveling, I have only unassigned, selected, any slot, any set, any primary. You select speed, check the box has speed, at least 1 roll of speed, and less than level 12. So why less than level 12? Because the way the premise of most of these filters is that if I have an uncompleted mod that I haven't decided I want to keep forever, it'll be level 12. I've leveled up to 12 to reveal all the secondaries, or if it's like an A gold mod, leveled up to 12 to see how many speed rolls it's going to be, and then purple and blue and green will get extra rolls as well. So I just have it set at that, less than 12, any rarity, any tier. So we're going to filter. These are all the mods that I have farmed that are they're all level 1. They all happen to be level 1, but this filter will catch anything less than 12, and they all have some speed. Oh, this is just showing the comparison. Oh yeah, down here it is. So all these have some speed. This one I don't care as much about. I could just sell this because it's a defense primary. I really think defense primaries are terrible. But these are ones that I already know could be good. So I'm going to go to Manage Mods, select all, upgrade, and hit 12. And then as I have the filter set up, those will no longer be visible. They will be visible in another filter that we'll come back to. So we're going to hit back. The next filter I use is Needs Revealing. So this is to look at any mod types I have. I'm going to show the filter, and then I'll go over the details. See, it's a lot more mods. A lot of grays, ton of grays, a lot of greens, and a lot of blues, and then purples. There should never be any gold mods on this because I don't have it selected. We start with only unassigned, any slot, any set, any primary. No secondary stats specified. All we care about is that it's less than level 12, and it's anything other than an A tier mod. Technically, we could make sure this is Mark 5 or just not Mark 6, but it doesn't really matter. Mark 6 isn't going to pop up because they're not less than level 12. So we filter that. This is only for if you are more secure in your credits. If you're a brand new player and you don't have the credits, it's not a good idea to level up every gray mod to level 12. Like, that's going to be really expensive. Like when I choose to upgrade all these, that's going to be 9.14 million. And as you can see, this is my main account. I am a billionaire in this game, credit-wise. That doesn't really mean much. But I just do not care about credits. I will never run out of credits. I need actually another way to spend my credits, honestly. But it's ridiculous. So if you're a new player, I would say set up this filter. Just take off E. And then you can manually look at your gray mods for like good primary combinations and whatnot. But to do that, I go ahead, I upgrade all of them to level 12. This is going to catch some undesirables like arrows. Like you could unselect arrows if you want, if you care. But they all disappeared as well because they no longer fit the criteria. The next thing I always go to is new prospects. This is going to show me. So we start with these top 4 are usually the same on all these. Only unassigned, any slot, any primary, has speed, at least 3 slices. If you want to have it more nuanced, you could also set this up with an average slice quality. You could have average slice quality, I would say at least 40%. Like this high, if you're extremely picky, you might want to go for this. But this is just like the little bar of quality for each roll, and it's going to go for everything except I don't know if it actually applies only to the speed quality or not, but this would help you filter out if it's like 3 rolls of speed that are just 3 flat, like a really bad one. So you could go with that. I just go with the where is it? Just at least 3 rolls. If it's at least 2, it's not something I'm selling right away, but this is just something I want to be able to look at. This time I set level equal to 12, because I'm only trying to look at the ones I just rolled up. I'm not trying to look at level 15s that I've had upgraded for a while, kind of leaving there. Any rarity, any tier. So this is what we have. We can use this view, or we can go back. But whenever I filter this, I go to sort by speed and look at what I have. So I got some new good stuff. I got a new circle health mod with 18 speed, 4 rolls. That's a potential. It could be 25 once you slice that, or actually it could be more. This is going to disappear from this filter once I go to level 15. But if you want to make sure you hold on to a mod, you can go to this view, pick whichever mod you're interested in. Let's see. Let's do this one. So we have 3 rolls, offense set. If I go to enhance here from this view, I can hold on to it. I can just keep slicing it to see what I'm working with. Got another speed roll. Rolling it up. I don't have anyone I'm going to apply this to yet, but I have so many of those types of mats. I am pretty limited on this one. This is like forever the bottleneck. But if you want to hold on to a mod, you go to this view, because anything in manage mods, once it loses the criteria of the filter, you're kind of done. So down here at the bottom, this is like the lower quality. So there's 3 rolls, but it's like only 11 speed. Even though a blue mod has 3 rolls of speed, 11 is just pretty bad. So I might like select these 11s. 12 to me is kind of borderline on a blue mod. For this account, I'm pretty picky, so I'm gonna sell those. Especially the 12s on the purples and 12s on the golds. You want to look for anything that stands out. Like this one I'll actually keep because it has 3 rolls of offense percentage, and it is a mod primary that prefers to have damage, crit damage. This one, nothing special. This is the offense primary, and it does have an offense secondary. So maybe I'll leave that for potential evaluation. This is nothing special. I don't think this is anything special. Hey there, not special. Once it has 13 speed on a blue, I think that's fine to keep. And it kind of the purple. It's just like, I don't feel like evaluating it all hardcore right now. Typically I don't. I wish they gave us a higher threshold. And I think the developers have said like, oh, if we increase the cap, you'll just hit it again. That's fine. It would just give me more time before I have to do all this management, so I could just do a bigger batch at once and save me a lot of time. It would be a time-saving mechanism, not like a permanent solution to a problem. But anyway, we'll sell those. So I sold a good bit of mods there. And that was just looking at new prospects. In general, I only really take action on a mod if it's just like God tier and you like know there's someone you could use it for right away. Otherwise, I'll just let it sit there, and if I'm modding a character, I'll just have some good ones available for when I'm searching through. So that's just helping you get a sense of if you got some good rolls, some good hits. The other ones I go to, this is my favorite one, because this helps me get rid of a lot of mods. I named it so aptly, crap mods. These are the ones that I don't care about. Only unassigned, any slot, any set. I didn't hit any primary. I actually hit everything except speed, because I'm not trying to sell speed primary arrows. So what I'm trying to see is mods that don't have any speed in their secondary. But if I don't if I do select any primary and I have speed arrows, I'm going to be selling off all my speed arrows with this. So that's what I do. I just make sure I don't have that. You select speed, does not have speed. And then at least level 1, everything, any rarity, any tier. So we're just going to filter this. This is going to show me all these mods. I have them all at level 12. None of them have speed. I guess there could be rare circumstances where you want no speed, like if you're trying to make a good Jedi Knight Luke build for the assault battle, you might want no speed, but in general, that's not what you want. So I'm gonna, we'll not level them up. We're gonna sell all these, all 68. Some of them I think will remain. No, they won't. Okay, if you have anything that's a locked mod or any loadout, it'll still stay there. But look, we got down to 340. It's a nice little chunk of change knocked off. Next filter I have, I call it failed mods. Same tops, same top 4 criteria. Only as unassigned, any slot, any set. Not every primary except speed primary. Speed has speed, but it's less than 2. And this I set it up kind of incorrectly. I think you should select at least 12 to make it. But the way I run this, I only run my failed filter after I've done all the leveling and crap mods, so it's kind of the same thing. But I would recommend putting at least 12, so it's only ones you've already leveled up. I have any tier C, B, or A, because if it's a green mod and it has less than 2, that might be fine. If it has a roll of speed and then 1 roll for something else, that by no means disqualifies a green mod. Technically, you could do Mark 5 only, like 5 dot mods, not 6 dot mods. But this is how I run it. There's a few here. All these have just 1 roll of speed. I leveled them up, and they, might have had promise, but not so much anymore. This is the only one that really stands out as like a potential keeper. This one, I mean, crit damage and all. I don't think I could sell this one. I think it's part of a loadout that I haven't been able to find. But usually I just select all and sell. This, since it has solid secondaries, offense percentage, and speed, there's kind of hope for it, I guess, maybe. But sometimes I find a lot more in this filter than what you're seeing right there. This next filter I don't really use a lot. High speed, only unassigned mods, any slot, any set. If you ever have only unassigned not selected for all these, you're just going to be swarmed with all your good mods on characters. It's not going to be super helpful for evaluating. We have any set, any primary. Speed has speed, at least 4 rolls. And if you're really trying to be picky, you could change the average splice quality to some kind of standard. I don't have that filtered at all. And then we have level at least 1, any rarity, any tier. So we see what we have sitting on the bench. That's good mods. I have some decent stuff. We have a 25 speed mod, although it is a defense primary. This is the type of thing, as a speed mod, I'd put it on characters that don't really care about anything other than taking turns. I think of like General Hux or something, Captain Rex. But it's not a good primary in general. We have some good ones here. Yeah, offense. This is a locked mod. I mean, I used to lock my mods manually all the time, but after a while I was like, as long as you don't have dumb filters set up that are going to select things like this, you don't really need to lock them. But if you're prone to doing that, you should lock your really good mods. But these will never be sold by me on accident. So we have a bunch of slice mods that have kind of come off from me remodding various things. And then we have a bunch of prospects that we just generated today. All these level 12s, really. Quick chance primary, whatever. 4 rolls with just 15 speed is not that great either. So none of these look great. I don't use this too much because whenever I'm looking for a good mod, I'm kind of searching manually, toggling filters. And, when I'm modding a character, I don't use a filter specifically. Like I don't have an attacker-based filter. I'll just look like, okay, I'm looking to mod someone for damage. I'll have an offense set and either, health or crit chance. And I'm looking for triangles, so like crit damage. So I use this manually a lot, like not preset filters. But anyway, and then if you want to go back to the basics, or like right at the beginning with no selections, you can always hit reset to default. So that's all for like evaluating new mods. The next few filters I have are about mods that maybe have already proven themselves, and we're trying to decide what to slice up to 6 dots or slice higher, and then calibrate. So this first one we're talking about, I just named Slice. On my GoTanks account, I named it Slice to 6. So this is going from your 5 dot to your 6 dot. I actually do not have only unassigned selected here because we're looking at all mods on characters, not just those unassigned. Any slot, any set, any primary. Select speed secondary stat, has speed, at least 3. I didn't do anything with the level, at least level 1, it doesn't matter. They're all going to be level 15 mostly. Rarity only Mark 5, tier only A, because this is sliced to 6 dot. They have to be tier A for that. You could do B if it's something close, and you might be the one to level up, bump up for the next tier. But once you do that, I just sort by speed and then go from there. So I actually prefer this view for it. It's better. It's easier to look at what characters I have. And if you're a seasoned player, you might notice a lot of these characters are not particularly compelling units, and that's because I have so many materials to slice up to 6 dot at this point from all the smugglers runs and playing forever. This is not a scarce resource for me. I'm sorry to say. For a lot of people, like, if you're a new account, my GoTanks account is drowning in the need for this. I just don't have it. So anything that is like somewhat a character I use on the regular, they'll have almost all their mods sliced up. So I sort it by speed and decide that way. And there's not too much up top. If there was a slam dunk mod up here, I would have already sliced it to 6 dots at this point. So yeah. But you know, Cara Dune, I don't know, who am I actually using right now? Partagaz. Well, that's kind of a bad mod. Tenacity, primary, health set. This is Hunter. He's a pilot. Let's slice it up. I don't use Hunter too much anymore, but he's a pilot, so let's get it up. This is a resource I have a ton of, so if I slice it to 6 dot, I always go that next step. But I really save for this piece. This piece is very scarce. Next filter, which will show a lot more that I have to work with, a lot more decisions, is Slice More. This is also not only unassigned mods. We have any slot, any set, any primary, has speed, slice count is less than 5, because we're looking at what to slice higher, what can get an extra roll of speed. That's the main criteria. Less than 5. We're going to sort by speed anyway when we get to it. Level doesn't matter. Rarity, Mark 6, any tier except A. So if we have a gold mod, we cannot slice it up more. That's not a concern. That's a calibration thing. So we can have all these, filter it, sort by speed, and they happen to stick with the one that I had selected. And this is probably my most used filter. I use the crap mods, failed mods to sell off pretty frequently, but whenever I'm looking for what's the next thing to slice, I come here. And it's an easy view. It goes right to the cream of the crop for me. These are most up top. It's mostly 4 rolls in the 20. I don't have too many. There's only 1 row before it gets to a 19 because I do a pretty good job at staying on top of these. Right from like a glance, I see Boosh here. Boosh is one of the more important characters I'm seeing on this row. So I actually don't have enough of this piece. I don't think I can get enough either. Not really gonna use it on that. It's just something that endgame. This is like the bottleneck for an endgame player, so a free-to-play player at least. I don't know. I can slice a green mod. So I see Rex here has 4 rolls at 20. Come on, drum roll. Got it. Nice. So, and now he will disappear. But if I slice it and I don't hit speed, they're gonna stay here. Of course, this is primarily focused on just speed, which is the bare minimum. And as in terms of evaluating high value secondaries as part of the equation, I still stick with speed as my filter because at the end of the day, I still am going to want good speed regardless, and then looking for stuff in addition to that. But any of these green mods are great candidates to slice, especially a big thing. I don't have a filter for it, but having offense percentage as well is great. But you can only really focus down on one secondary. Well, you do offense plus. Oh, you can do both. So yeah, you can set up a good filter. Like I said, I don't claim to be the world expert on filters. That's just how I do it. But I could see it easy to set up a damage dealer filter where you have that like speed and offense percentage or any kind of thing. You could really go to town with your filters, but I don't do that. I keep it more simple. Might not seem simple to you, but it just seems like a more simplified way without overloading yourself. Now I have just 2 more filters I want to show you before we conclude. Next one is calibration. So this is looking at your mods that might be maxed out but don't have full speed rolls. So we're gonna also have only unassigned not checked. We're gonna look at any slot, any set, any primary, has speed secondary, less than 5 rolls, Mark 6 rarity only, and then tier B and tier A. You could go to only tier A, but sometimes, it's kind of slicing from B to A, like 6 dot purple to 6 dot gold is kind of expensive. So you might want to give it a shot of just calibrating once or twice before spending those resources to get to A. So we're going to do this. And you could go about this a couple ways. If you want to find your absolute best mods, best prospects, you can sort by speed. But look at the problem here. This is a completely maxed out mod of calibration attempts. I tried to roll it over and over again. I tried to get the final speed roll because I was like, this could be a level 29 speed. Can't do it. Same thing here. No calibration attempts left. I don't have too many of those. This one, I could slice for 150. Not usually the thing I sort by. On this was not available at the beginning, but you sort, I don't think it was. You sort by calibration attempts, and the ones I was just showing you are all the way at the bottom. But this is going to show you some low-hanging fruit. This one looks great. There's 22 speed on 4 rolls. That's amazing. These are all super low quality. So I like percentage health. Of these other 3 mod secondaries, I think health percentage is the best. I think protection is probably the second best, and health, flat health, is probably the worst. However, look at this protection. There are 3 empty bars here. I'd like to take my chances on rolling away from that. So we're going to calibrate here. Probably going to go right back to the same stat. Yep. But hey, I'm actually going to keep it because it improves the number. We're going to go with that again because we still have 2 really bad ones. And hey, got speed and 5 rolls. Let's go. I don't know if Stormtrooper Luke deserves to keep that, but he's pretty good, so I'll give it to him. So yeah, this one, oh, this looks like a not great mod that I sliced up. Let's calibrate on potency. Sometimes I just have some apathy and I'm not scrutinizing the quality. But it has offense percentage secondary and it has speed, although these are really bad quality. Hey, sometimes you get bailed out. Sometimes you just get bailed out. That's the power of calibration, man. It's good stuff. Wow, 2 Cassians here. I care about... Well, okay. This is actually an interesting example. So this is the Maul mod. And this is actually probably set up more for a Lord Vader comp, so this is outdated. But I had a protection primary. I only had 3 rolls of speed, but I had 6.35% offense and 3.81% health. Under a Lord Vader team, that's still pretty ideal because his damage relates to his health. His health comes from his protection as well, so I kind of left it. So that's what's shown up in the filter, but it's not super important. Cassian, let's roll away from the health. Try to get some 25 speed. I just clicked on it to make it go faster. I'm glad they can let us get... So bad, man. I'm glad they're letting us get 1,000 of these now. It was such a low thing before. I don't think he really needs a crit chance. So... Got it. Anytime I don't speed up the animation, I'm getting speed. But yeah, calibration is a really handy filter. It's just easier way to evaluate it. The very last filter I have here, this is kind of on par with like the evaluation, new prospects, needs leveling, needs revealing. This is just for non-speed arrows. So I have only an assigned mod selected, arrows, any set, any primary other than speed. Just looking at everything I have, because I had speed arrows accepted from those other batch filters, because I don't want to just sell off every arrow I have. So look at them. Okay, I might potentially have use for this offense primary offense mod, so I'll leave that. Defense primary offense set, not really compelling. Same thing here, maybe gas, but I don't think I'm gonna need that. Protection primary speed arrow, no. This has 3 rolls of speed, so I might leave it for a little bit. Quit avoidance for speed arrow, probably not. For offense, probably not. And then protection here. So just kind of a niche one, because arrows are a unique problem. It's just looking at all arrows that are anything but speed. Let's look at my speed arrows there, because that is something you need to manage as well. I don't have a filter for it because it's simple enough. Just click arrow and speed, and then you can evaluate it. I don't feel the need to right now, because I actually run out of speed arrows pretty easily. I don't have many speed arrows because I haven't been farming speed mods in quite a while. But that is going to do it. That is all my mod filters. Are these all the useful mod filters you could have? No. There's plenty of ways we talked about. Like, you could have a damage dealer mod filter you set up with multiple secondaries. But I have it filtered through the lens of speed because that's the bare minimum. After that, I'm going to keep a mod that has high rolls of speed. And I try to manually evaluate if it has really good quality secondaries. But that's kind of taxing. It's a really manual. You got to pay attention. So this could definitely be improved. But people have been asking to see my mod filters for a while, so I thought I should probably share. But yeah, that'll do it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Thanks. Bye.